Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Thank you, Jesse Owens, class of 2014. Thank you for sharing your gift of song. Jesse will also be singing a solo in tonight's Women's Chorale concert at 7:30 in the IMU second floor ballroom. Before we begin, please join me in showing our appreciation to Daniel DeMonte, the UI Reach resident assistant, who has both a nursing and music major, for providing us with the wonderful guitar music as we were seated today. Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Good afternoon, and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. As you may know, I am Pam Reese, or Dr. Pam, as the students call me. I am the director of the University of Iowa Reach program, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies today. It is a true honor to be able to share this convocation event with you. We will be hearing from University and College of Education dignitaries, Senator Harkin, Miss Iowa, 4 of our graduating students, and see the Big Ten video. I invite you to sit back and enjoy this moment of celebration and achievement. To officially welcome you this afternoon is the Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Nicholas Colangelo. He is also the Myron and Jacqueline Blank Professor of Gifted Education and Director Emeritus of the Connie Bellin and Jacqueline N. Blank International Center for Gifted Education and Talent Development. He is a gentle soul who cares about people, and that shows in his leadership. Dean Colangelo.
Welcome everyone to the 2014 UI Reach Convocation. It looks pretty obvious to me that this auditorium will no longer fit all the people that want to come and witness this outstanding event. Let me speak first to the graduates. Okay, in universities across America, one of the ways that we celebrate that you've accomplished something as important is we have graduation and you receive certificates, and that's exactly what you're doing today. You will be coming up, receive your graduation certificate, testifying that all 27 of you have completed the requirements, the expectations of the UI Reach program. And this is something you ought to be tremendously proud of, because you had to work for it, and you did, and you had to make transitions from coming from high school, and you made adaptations about what does it mean to succeed at a large university like the University of Iowa. So I congratulate all 27 of you. The other thing is now for the rest of your lives, and there's nothing you can do about this, you will always be Hawkeyes. Now I want to take a second to speak to the parents, family members sitting in the back. Yes, you with the tears in your eyes. You know, one of the great dreams, when we talk about the American dream, one of the great aspects of it is that most parents would hope that someday they will get to see their sons and daughters go to a university and then to be able to graduate. And this is one of the things that almost every parent has as far as an aspiration, and you get to live it out today. What's extra special about today is that it was not many years ago that parents of REACH students would not ever have had the occasion to be here and celebrating this because America's universities did not have the openness, did not have the wherewithal to make the kinds of programs that the UI REACH students. So it's a great statement for the University of Iowa, for the College of Education, for the REACH program to say, you know, parents, you can have that same dream that all parents have, and now you get to live it. Your sons and daughters are graduates of the University of Iowa, so I congratulate all of you also. And now I would like to share with you a video from Senator Tom Harkin, who is the Democratic senator from the state of Iowa. He was not able to make it here today, but he wanted to send this video. Those of you that know of Senator Harkin, you know that for his entire life at the Senate, he has been an advocate for students, and certainly with students who've had challenges. So it is absolutely appropriate that Senator Harkin address not only the 27 graduates, but all of us here. Senator Harkin.
Hello, I'm Senator Tom Harkin, and I regret that I can't be with you for the REACH Convocation, but I appreciate this opportunity to be with you by this video. Greetings first to Dr. Pamela Reese and my good friend Sally Peterson, our former Lieutenant Governor. I thank them for their great leadership of REACH. And I salute Nicole Kelly, our 2013 Miss Iowa, for her own commitment to empowering people with disabilities to achieve their dreams. And of course, very special greetings to our 27 REACH graduates. I congratulate each and every one of you for your hard work and your tenacity. I know that your family members are extremely proud of all that you have achieved at the University of Iowa. So are the talented REACH faculty and staff who have been dedicated to your success. Today's graduates have had a great experience during their time at the university, living in residence halls, taking courses with other UI students, and making new friends. Most importantly, I hope that you have learned that it's a big world out there with exciting possibilities and opportunities. Today's graduates are members of what I call the ADA generation, a new generation of Americans who have grown up since passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act. This ADA generation sees disability as a natural part of human diversity. They reject the prejudices and the stereotypes of earlier generations, and they have high expectations for themselves. So today is a great day. We're all very proud of you. But the problem with being a success is that we expect even bigger things from you in the future as you move on to jobs and careers and further education. So as you go out into that bigger world, you can have confidence that your time at REACH has given you the skills and experiences that will help you to succeed. So please, aim high, dream big dreams. We need your talents and we need your abilities. We need your leadership and your service. So again, my congratulations to all of you graduates, to your proud family members, and to all who make the REACH program so valuable. So have a great celebration, and by all means, a safe trip home afterward.
There are many people at the University of Iowa and the College of Education that work very hard to make sure that the REACH program is the success that it is already and it continues to become. Some of those people are very visible to the REACH students. They see them almost every day. Others they don't get to see every day but are tremendously important in terms of what happens with REACH. And I want to now introduce Sally Peterson. Sally is the president of the REACH Advisory Board, and she works with so many of us to make sure that the spirit, that the message of REACH, and that the hope for all the REACH students who are here and those who have yet not joined us, will continue. And it's her dedication, her willingness to step forward and walk that proverbial walk on behalf of students in the REACH program has been just phenomenal, and we are all indebted to her. Parents, many of you probably know who Sally is, but for everybody in this room, you need to understand that the REACH program is well on the shoulders of Sally Peterson. Sally?
Well, thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here today. Students, you are the 5th class to graduate from the REACH program, and in a few minutes you'll be crossing the stage here in front to shake hands with the president of the University of Iowa and receive your certificate of successful completion. This is an important occasion, and many dignitaries are here to celebrate. We just heard from Senator Harkin. The University Provost, Barry Butler, is here. The regents, the Iowa regents, Robert Downer is here. And Dave Lesh from Congressman Loebsack's office is here. And Jewel Reynolds from Senator Harkin's office. And wow, I don't think I had that kind of, delegation at my graduation, so you're really something. Well, you heard from my introduction that I chair the REACH Advisory Board, and I'm happy to say that we have the largest number of advisory board members attending the convocation this year, and I'd like to introduce them. They might just stand. We have Susan Alex, Mike Seelig, Marcy Chickering, Jim Hayes, Susan Salter, and Tom Schnack. And just thank them for their service on our board. So now maybe you're wondering, well, what do we do as a board? Well, we're volunteers who support the REACH program and Dr. Reese and her faculty members. The advisory board meets annually in the fall, and at that time, we have the chance to meet and interact with the REACH students. All of you have had a chance to have breakfast with us at our meetings. We've attended some of your classes. We've eaten with you in the cafeteria, and some of you have been on panels that speak at our advisory board meetings. So we've learned about your college experience, and we've seen you grow. We see you in the first year having breakfast with us when you're first-year students, and then we see you in the second year, oftentimes, when you speak at a panel. So all of that is a great learning opportunity for the board members, and it helps us understand the program as we use our contacts and experiences to promote and connect UI REACH program to the broader public. Our board members raise money to support UI REACH and money for student scholarships. In fact, our scholarship committee met on Monday, and we awarded over $137,000 to 18 students for the coming academic year. We know that college is a financial challenge for many families, and we don't want the cost to be a barrier for anyone who could benefit from this program. Many generous donors who believe in the potential of our students make these scholarships possible, and you'll see them listed in your program today. We're grateful for their support, and of course, We welcome gifts from you as well in any amount. So just like other alumni, we hope that UI Reach alumni and their families will choose to support future students. And it's now my privilege to introduce the president of the University of Iowa. And in doing so, I'd like to share a little history of UI Reach, because in some ways, the story of UI Reach and President Mason's intertwine. The REACH program was launched in 2007, and later that same year, Sally Mason became the 20th president of the University of Iowa. Since she had not been here at the inception of the program, all of us were a little anxious to know how she would view this new and somewhat experimental venture. Happily, she joined us at that first REACH Advisory Board meeting in October of 2007 and shared with us her vision of a university that embraced excellence and diversity. She viewed this program as one significant way in which to achieve the university's mission. And during these important developmental years, she has kept a watchful and supportive eye on this new program, demonstrated a sincere interest in its operations, and cheered the success of our students. President Mason's support for UI Reach extends beyond the campus. President Mason has helped to spread the word about the UI Reach program at gatherings in cities across the country as she meets with alumni and weaves our story into the larger story of the university and its educational mission. All of this is just what we had hoped for from the beginning. Every day, the REACH students and the REACH program become a more and more integrated and integral part of the larger university life, and our students become more prepared for an integrated and independent life in their communities. I'd like to just share a quote from a speech by President Mason. She said, "I believe that the American dream is a powerful concept that remains very much alive. I can think of no better way to achieve the American dream of personal fulfillment, professional success, and a better life for self and family than attending college. That is the hope we hold for all young people in our country, the opportunity to pursue their dreams and achieve their best success for self and society." End quote. Please join me in welcoming President Sally Mason.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you so much. I would like to ask Michelangelo to come up here for just a moment. We're going to do something a little special before I make my remarks. And Nick, I think you have something to do this afternoon. Would you like to?
Yes,
Okay.
I will. Those of you who haven't been to the REACH program offices, this year we completed a new set of offices for the REACH program. And if you haven't been there, what I can tell you, they are beautiful. It is a place that is not just good looking in terms of environment, but it really speaks to being able to do the kinds of academic and social things that we want to do in REACH. And it is really a sight. So for all parents, visitors, if you haven't had a chance to see the REACH program offices, please do. But in addition to that, what I want to do is, this is a chance to honor where honor should be made. And one of the things that we did was we named the REACH program offices after Sally Peterson. And so when you go in there, you will certainly see that name, you know, very in bold. And you're going to see also a plaque. And I'm going to read this plaque. It says, "Sally J. Peterson envisioned a future in which young adults with intellectual and other cognitive disabilities receive a high-quality, inclusive post-secondary education. As a result of her leadership and commitment to equity and excellence, the University of Iowa REACH Realizing Educational and Career Hopes program was created. Because of her vision, students from across Iowa and the nation experience a supportive, campus-based living learning opportunity strengthened by community partnerships, innovative programming, and cutting-edge research." Sally, we thank you, and those new offices, just speak your name boldly. Sally Peterson.
Well, it's an honor to be able to do that, and it's a special honor for me to be here to officially welcome you to the 2014 UI Reach Convocation. I haven't missed one of these in my 7 years, and don't intend to ever miss one as long as I'm here. The university is very proud to provide a home for this innovative program that was the first of its kind on a Big Ten campus. And that's kind of hard to say because, you know, the Big Ten universities tend to be real innovators, and they're always trying new and interesting things. So it is just absolutely terrific that we here at Iowa have this program and that it is such a special program. I'm personally very pleased to share with you this remarkable once-in-a-lifetime occasion. We are very, very proud today as you complete the REACH program. At the University of Iowa, our #1 goal is to provide an education to those who are qualified and who seek it. We have many different kinds of educational programs with different requirements for admission and completion. And today, we are very, very proud that you join thousands of other Iowa Hawkeyes who, just like you, have completed their programs successfully through talent, hard work, and dedication to achieving goals. And that's really what it's all about. Now, while we're proud of what we've been able to provide you as University of Iowa students through this program, I also want to let you know that you have brought a lot to our campus. You have brought your own unique talents and perspectives to our university community, and you have enriched our campus culture by your presence. So we thank you for all that you've contributed to us as UI Reach students. So congratulations to you all on your path skillfully traveled, on your achievements well earned, and on your future brightly lit. Let's congratulate these students. Yes, please. Yeah. Now, at this time, it's my special pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Miss Iowa, Nicole Kelly from Keokuk, Iowa. Nicole says she feels blessed to be surrounded by people who have encouraged her every step of the way. She is honored to give voice to her platform, The Power of One, and she is thrilled to continue her adventure by speaking out and touching lives as Miss Iowa 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce to you Miss Iowa, Nicole Kelly.
Hello, thank you, and first of all, a huge congratulations to all of you today. Before I even begin, I have to bring a clean slate to all of you. I have to admit it out loud before I can go on. I'm sorry to say I did go to the University of Nebraska, friends. But I hail from the town of Keokuk, Iowa, and happy to say that I grew up with James Vandenberg, so I have him in my corner, right? And I also have many, many friends and relatives who also have graduated from this university. So it very much feels like home to me. And in fact, one of my very best friends, I got here today a little bit early, and so I gave her a call. She didn't know that I was going to be in town, and she actually was on her way to her very last class ever of her undergraduate career here at the University of Iowa. So I met up with her just in time to walk her to her very last class, and that was fun and cool for me too. So I do feel that although I spent 3 years getting my undergraduate degree, I stayed away at a bad school, I know, I still feel very tied here to the University of Iowa, and I'm very honored to be here in order to honor all of you today. I am indeed your current Miss. Is that better? Okay, I won't do that again. And it is my full-time job, my everyday job, to travel not only the state of Iowa, but the country in order to speak on my chosen platform. And as you heard, that's overcoming disabilities. It is true that I got this position, yes, by competing in pageants. However, 2 of those days were pageants. The other days of my life, every single day, I am on the road, I am traveling, I am speaking. It truly has been a whirlwind of a year for me. I only have 37 days more left. Who's counting, right? And what's been so wonderful about this job is I found a pride that I did not expect to find. Until it became my job to truly speak out about the fact that I had something that was different. The fact that I didn't choose to necessarily be this way, but it was the way that I was. The fact that I now every day get to go into elementary schools, I get to go into middle schools, into high schools, into community meetings, to events such as yours, and open it up and start that discussion and share what it is and tell people that I am just like you. I can do everything you can do. There's nothing holding me back. Watch me. What's my next step? I don't know, but you better watch, right? That for me is such an honor. And I did not realize that a year ago when they gave me the crown and let me go off into the world. I knew that I'd be talking about the perceived difference and that I would want to change this perception, but I didn't realize that I would find this pride that was attached to it. Okay, so now I've confessed to you that I have 37 days left, right? And I would assume that you guys, as you're done today, you guys have spent quite a lot of time, hopefully anyway, reflecting on your time here in the program, right? All of the days that you've spent coming in, the good days, the bad days. Don't lie to me, I know they were, right? Some of them. I know. And I would say that very much my journey as Miss Iowa, I'm doing the same thing. Since I'm at the very end of my road, I've started to do the same thing, really re-look over my time of what I've learned and what I've collected and how I've grown, specifically the good times and the bad times. And I would like to share a quick story with you about one of my very bad days, okay? Every year, as Miss Iowa, I live in the Quad Cities, so not too far from here, about an hour away. And every year near Christmas, the Quad Cities does a festival called the Festival of Trees. And they have a giant parade that welcomes the Festival of Trees and opens it up, correct? So I got to sit and wave in this parade, right? Fun, fine, good. However, the entire town comes to this giant parade and there's nowhere to park. You cannot find parking. So I, as you can see, or if you can't, am wearing 5-inch heels, right? And I'm parked like 4 or 5 blocks away from where I'm supposed to be meeting people. And I'm unloading my car to try to get things ready to go to this parade. And somebody in charge of me calls me and says, oh, you can find closer parking than that. Reload up your car, come back to, try to get closer, you'll be fine. So I load all of my things back into my car. And I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna find more parking, but I'm gonna try because you told me to, right? And I drive away, don't think twice about it, can't find a closer parking spot, end up parking further away, and as I get out, I go to start looking for my crown and my sash, and I can't find them. I have no idea what I have done with my uniform. Truly, my crown and my sash is Miss Iowa. I'm not wearing my sash right now, but it is my uniform. I liken it to a police officer wearing their uniform or a firefighter wearing their uniform. It is something that stands for what I do and what I get to do every day as my job. So although it's not made of real diamonds, it doesn't have any real monetary value, to me it really truly does have a lot of value, correct? So here I've gone and lost it in the middle of Davenport, and I don't know what to do, and I need it every single day because I have to be Miss Iowa every day, and I still have to walk 5 blocks to get to this parade, and it's freezing cold outside, and I don't know what to do. And as silly as this is for me to recap, it was one of those days for me. Yes, looking back at it, the world wasn't ending. No, it truly wasn't a big deal. You can always buy a new crown, right? Without the crown, I'm still Miss Iowa, right? The crown doesn't make me Miss Iowa. However, it was one of those days where I was ready to give up. It was one of those days where it was hard and I didn't see the point. And why would I be struggling to do all of these things and not seeing an effect or not feeling like I'm growing? But as I look back at that specific situation, I should mention that that very night we got a call from actually the police station. And they had my crown and sash. So I, on Monday, got to go to the police station and pick it up, which is, yet again, ridiculous. But I'm very glad that they returned it. Very nice of them. However, with that being said, as I look back on that experience now, on that day that I looked at as so frustrating and something that I just wanted to stop, It was in those days in which I grew the most. It was in those days that I really had to return to who I was and what I was and why I was doing this job, why I was working so hard. Why was it that I get in cars every day and drive 4 hours to get to a school to speak? Why? And it was in those frustrating moments that I truly had to remember what it was and why I wanted it. And it's a good reminder that the crown doesn't make me Miss Iowa. Just like, yes, the cap is a symbol of you graduating, but you will be graduated with the education and the knowledge that they've given you here today. That is what will carry you forward, correct? That is what you will leave here with. Yes, now with a cap and gown, but with this knowledge and these skills that they have shared. And so I think when you look back maybe at those frustrating days, those days that you didn't like being at school, those days you didn't like being in class, all of those times, maybe reflect and see what you learned from those. How did you grow from those? What were those extra, what were the lessons in those moments that you specifically needed to learn? Now, if you are like me in any way, what I'm going to miss the most about giving up this year and about moving on is I'll miss the people that I got to hang out with. Yeah, you guys have all become pretty tight, I would assume, right? Do you guys know everybody's secrets? Maybe not all your secrets, no, right? But you know a lot about each other. You guys have become probably very, very close, and that's the case for me as well. And also, I have had the chance, what's most fun is to experience and see the effects and see in the moments when you're seeing others grow or when you're seeing yourself grow. Those exciting moments. And I had a time where I actually went to Baltimore and I went to an amputees conference in Baltimore, and it was an amazing conference full of children with all sorts of limb differences and all sorts of different needs that were there. And what was so fun for me was I got to meet specifically 2 young children, neither who had any hands or who had any feet. So they had arms that both looked like mine and feet that looked like mine as well. They both were 9 years old, and neither had met another person like themselves until they both came to this conference in Baltimore. And so you had little Heidi was the first girl, and she came from a family that was very, very protective of her. And they wouldn't let her do very much, and they answered for her always, and they made her do things always very close to her, to them, her family, correct? And then you had little Ellie on the other side, who was just a total spitfire. Nobody would tell her no. She was going to be where she wanted, when she wanted. She was going to do it all by herself, and she was going to do it right. And the magic of these 2 coming together for this conference was unmatched in my book. This happened in the very first month of me becoming Miss Iowa, and this is a story that I tell almost daily. It had that much of an impact on me. The magic, that weekend, I watched little Ellie swimming in the pool, not only swimming in the pool, but diving into the pool, climbing all over all of the other kids, being all over everybody, all in the pool, whereas Heidi would just sit on the top stair and just splash around a little bit and not go any further than that. That weekend, I watched before my eyes, I watched Heidi learn how to swim because there was somebody like her who was doing exactly what she wanted to do. So how dare you tell me no? You can't tell me no because there's somebody just like me doing it. So I'm going to do it as well. And I believe that that's much of what this power of this program brings. And I believe that you all have such the power to influence one another. And although you're going on without those caps, and I may be going on without this crown, we still have that power, and most importantly, we still have the responsibility to share what it is that we have learned in our years going through, your REACH program, which is so huge and so, so wonderful. So yet again, it's such an honor for me to be here with you guys. I congratulate you for all the work that you've done, and I'm so excited to clap for you as you walk across and grab your diplomas. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sharing your words of wisdom, your inspiration with us, Nicole. We're glad you were here today. Next, I will call to the stage 4 UI REACH students who will share their thoughts and reflections about their University of Iowa experiences. Ben, Emily, Nick, and Connor, please come forward. Ben Sagan will be sharing his thoughts about his academic experiences. Ben?
My name is Ben Sagan. I'm a second year. I'm coming back for the third year. My speech is about classes and study tables. At Reach, I like Reach because it's better than high school classes, because I am moving around campus. I am not in one big building in high school. I enjoy skateboarding and riding my bike on campus during the day. I like the homework easier. At Reach, I do not get a lot of homework, and I do not have finals, and I still have quizzes, but no big tests. I still have study tables. At study tables, I do my homework, and a mentor helped me with my homework. And in high school, I had no help with homework. At Reach, there is easier. Classes are easier than high school because classes are shorter. Mr. Derek's math class, I worked on spelling log and money management. In life skills, I learned how to do my own laundry. When I was in that class, the teacher told me I did a good job doing my laundry. Because no one helped me, I figured it out by myself. In entrepreneurialism class, I learned how to make my own business. My business is Ben Sagan's skateboard shop. The shop will sell skateboards and shoes, and inside the shop has a skateboard ramp. I enjoy internship class because I do my timesheet, journal page, but for me, I did something different. Tell Miss Deb what time I work. It's easier for me to tell her instead of writing it down. At Reach, my favorite class is reading with Miss Kelly. I meet Miss Kelly, work on my reading. I had reading group. We read The Hunger Game. Sometimes we laugh around and joke around when we're reading. I enjoy reading with Miss Kelly because it helped me get better at reading. I learned how to get along with my roommate, from a vast advisor, Miss Caitlin. At Reach, there are people who help you. In high school, I had no hope because I had no help. In Reach, I have hope because I have help.
Thank you, Ben. Next is Emily Sleuters, who will be sharing her experiences in the area of career development.
There's a lot of you. Okay. Hello, my fellow Reed students, parents, and staff. My name is Emily Sleuters of the class of 2014. I am from New York City. Today is the day we end our time here at UI Reach. I still remember summer orientation in 2012. We were young and clueless about going to a regular college and living the college life. We made so many fun and random memories in the last 2 years we will always remember as time go by. My favorite time here at UI Reach has been the time I spent at my internship at Handicare. I started Handicare second semester after a semester at the Daily Iowan TV station. I thought for sure I was going to be in a news business and make it big, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Here we go. I came to the realization that the news business wasn't my cup of tea. I don't know what that means, but I just said it. I had a desire to work with little kids at a daycare setting instead. When I first started Handicare, I was a bit nervous. I still remember my first day working with the toddlers. There was this little girl screaming at the top of her lungs, and I couldn't do anything to calm her down. However, I quickly found a way to communicate with her that was better than lecturing. It was more helpful to show them how to behave by playing and showing them right from wrong. Every time I arrived for my shift, they would greet me with the most cutest hi I've ever seen. Well heard. After 2 or 3 more days of work, I was able to crack the code and reach into their world. Now I know exactly what to do to make them laugh. By my 3rd day of work, I got into the snack time routine. I would pour all the students their milk in their cups, wipe down the tables when snack is done, and sweep the floors. I would have to say my favorite part of my internship was reading to the class, because they would have these adorable expressions when they hear something they like in the story. I still can't believe I'm saying this speech in front of all you people out there. When I first came here, I was very shy and couldn't really talk in front of my class. I was like this. Now I'm really open with my classmates and staff. I made friendships that will never end, and without you, I wouldn't have the realistic idea of what I want to do in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. And Nick Locascio will now share his memories of student life.
Hello, my name is Nick Locascio, and I am from Norfolk, Illinois. I came to Iowa City in 2012. I would like to share a few of my favorite memories and life lessons learned at UI Reach with you. One day, my friends and I decided to walk to Coleridge Mall because the Chicago Bears were not on TV and we needed to get someone's film fixed. Do you know how far it is to walk to Coleridge Mall? Well, I would not suggest it. Other memories including hanging with my UI Reach friends, playing pool and courier, snow tubing, and eating pizza. While snow tubing and blasting down the hill, I heard a piece of metal drop. I thought nothing of it until I stood up and my snow pants just instantly dropped to the ground. During my first year meeting, the woman from the 8th floor of Stanley at the pool table was also a great memory. We hung out with them almost every day that year. Although I have many UI Reach friends, I will never forget the friends I made in 24/7, billiards club, and just walking around campus. Alex, my UI Reach volunteer, was one of my great friends who played basketball, went to basketball games, and good places to eat with me. I had a number of friends from my hometown coming to Iowa around the same time I started UI Reach. I was super stoked to have my friends coming to Iowa with me. During the following 2 years, my friendships changed due to busy schedules or my friends not making the greatest choices of fun activities. A few events I liked were playing kickball with the softball team. Playing hide and seek outside in the dark was quite a lot of fun as a college student. My second year at UI Reach, I decided to take a Kirkwood Community College course. Kirkwood changed my work ethic so much, and I think a lot of people saw that. Kirkwood had its ups and downs, but I struggled through it, and I passed my class. I also learned to save some Hawk dollars for my laundry. Every semester, you get 100 Hawk dollars. You can use those at C-Store, laundry, and a few other places around campus. I learned not to binge through those Hawk dollars because one day last year, I did not have enough money for dryers. I hung all my clothes in the lounge on the 9th floor to air dry. Wow, I didn't think air drying would take over 6 hours. I remember when I would get it quite talking to about how cold it is when I would wear shorts and t-shirts to class. Another memory was my short-lived pizza business where I made money selling slices to intoxicated college students. Well, I learned quite a few life lessons from my few pranks I did during my time here. One of my greatest pranks was to move a couch from one person's room to another. I learned people did not appreciate it much. My favorite memory is my pink gorilla suit I bought to prank people. Found out other people, including UI Reach staff, did not find the suit as funny as I did. Suit went back into its box and sat on Miss Janice's bookshelf until Halloween, aka it was like 2 months. So I had a great overall experience here. I would like to thank my parents for sending me to Iowa City. I really appreciate it. It's all nice. It was nice meeting all of you people. I hope to see you all quite soon.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. And our final student speaker is Connor Lamb, who will be talking about his experiences in the third-year option.
Hello, my name is Connor Lamb. I come from Park Ridge, Illinois. Simple question. Do you want a long speech or a short speech? Right, let's get started. Being a third-year student at UI Reach provides a lot more freedom to do what you want here in Iowa City. Examples include Park Lawn Resident Hall, where the third years stay. It has a lot more living space than Stanley ever did. Park-like rooms come with a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room, as compared to Stanley, which has a small, narrow room and that you share with someone else. While at Park Lawn, you get all that space plus a roommate. Yeah, I agree. Park Lawn is way better. Also, Stanley has a curfew for the UI Reach students. They sign in every night, but as a third year, there is no piece of paper to fill out, and you can party all night long. Seriously, don't party all night on weekdays. Save that for the weekends. Also, as a third year, you will be taking cooking classes on Mondays and Thursdays. So cook something good and try to be healthy. I don't know why people say that. We never listen. Third years have a limited access to Burge Dining Hall, unless you and your parents pick the unlimited option. So you will need to spend most of your money on food. Also, instead of going to a classroom on Thursdays, the teachers come drive us to a grocery store where we buy the food for the week and for cooking class. If you haven't heard about it yet, check out our blog named Sugar and Spice and Everything Hawkeye. Truthfully, I did not have a lot to overcome as a third year, but I come a long way since my first day as a UI Reach student. I guess the biggest thing I had to overcome was being more social, finding things to do with my spare time, and budgeting. As a college student, we all learn the hard truth about reality. Money is not unlimited. Yet we have this desire, or itch, as I like to call it, to buy a lot of things we want. I too get this itch sometimes. However, I set a weekly budget and save the change for several weeks to build up towards the thing I really want to get. So when you have no one to tell you where to go each night, you need to find ways to not die from boredom. So for me, I found some weekly activities to go to. On most Sundays, you can find me at this Critical Hits games shop. I also joined the UI Pause, which is an organization for ammo lovers on campus. As if that wasn't enough, I have also taken 3 night classes at Kirkwood in the last 2 years. It keeps me busy for several hours. Day 1 at UI Reach, I was a student in a new place and didn't know what I was getting myself into. Today, I'm much more mature, I'm independent, and I have a few new recipes up my sleeve. Before I leave you all for tonight, I have some advice for future UI Reach students, if you are listening. 1, do not lose your keys, complete your homework, and whatever you do, do not make fun of Mr. Adams and Mr. Derrick's beard.
Okay, thank you very much. Please join me in another round of applause for our student speakers. At UI Reach, we've started a tradition of showing a product that portrays some aspect of the work and accomplishments of UI Reach students and the UI Reach program. This fall, we were contacted by the Big Ten Network. They produced a video that was shown during televised men's basketball games. We hope you enjoy this UI Reach story.
Meet Lucas Riedfeld. Similar to most first-year college students, Lucas enrolled at the University of Iowa campus with hopes of a broad academic and social experience.
I wanted to make new friends and get to learn on my own and become more independent. Also, I wanted to go to Hawkeye football and basketball games.
Lucas was lured to Iowa City thanks to an innovative program known as UI Reach, or Realizing Education and Career Hopes. This College of Education 2-year certificate curriculum attracts unique students from 20 different states across the country.
UI Reach is a post-secondary program for individuals with cognitive and intellectual disabilities.
Lucas is a UI Reach student who has autism.
Many of our students are on the autism spectrum. Many of them have specific learning disabilities, and many of them also have a combination.
When you hear the word budget, what do you think of? The things that we teach are more so for day-to-day living. What are your needs? What are some examples of that?
Hat and gloves for the cold weather.
We're doing a lot of great things here for the students, not only with education, we're helping them to develop social skills as well as their own ideas.
Outside of the classroom, UI Reach students collaborate with counselors and advisors, focusing on career aspirations and developing crucial social skills.
And how are things going with your roommate?
He's doing good.
We can provide them with support as they work through roommate issues, relationship issues, figuring out who they are as an individual, what they want to do, and what they need in order to be successful in that.
Miss Janice and I talk about how things are going on campus.
Do you have a lot of projects that you're working on?
We're doing a project in money management until I'm just doing fun, enjoying their life.
UI Reach was created in 2008, and in the first 4 years, 75 students graduated from this unique on-campus residential experience.
UI Reach was one of the first programs of its kind in the nation.
We followed 2 cohorts of Reach students. When you take into account where the students start, the Reach students appear to make roughly the same magnitude gains during the first year of college on measures of intellectual orientation and personal development, as did the regular college students.
Living on campus while advancing their education provides these students a sense of independence while building self-confidence. And for Lucas, a short CAN bus ride to catch his beloved Hawkeyes.
Going to all the Iowa Hawkeye football and basketball games, really excited to go to.
As Lucas is at the UI Reach program, he's becoming more aware of who he is as a person and where he wants to go.
Without UI Reach, I would still be living with my parents back at home. It's a little bit better.
And I believe Lucas is here in the audience today. Along with Miss Janice and Miss Candace. And Mr. Brian and Mr. Adam were integral in getting that video made, so thank you all. At this time, I ask President Mason and Dean Colangelo to move to center stage. Together with the assistance of Rory Carson and UI Reach advisors, they will present the graduation certificates to the class of 2014. Sure. Students in row 1, please rise. You will now line up to receive your certificates. After receiving your certificate, please stand with the president and the dean to be photographed. Family and friends, please hold your applause until after all the students have received their certificates. Ellie Albrand. Michael Doggertis. Brad Robert Ford. Andrew Klasky. Drew Paul Lenave. Elliot Lee. Nick Lacasio. Travis J. Messimer. Alexander Reed Nelson. Students in row 2, please rise and line up. James Andrew Nunez. Jessica D. Owens. Emma Marie Perkins. Joseph Timothy Reardon. Ben Walker Sagan. Mercedes Suzanne Sawyer. Emily Ann Sleuters. Jessica Steffensmeyer. Evan D. Story. Jordan Taz Tridle. Emily Woods. Students in row 3, please rise and line up. Jonathan Rayburn Korsmeyer. Connor Lamb. Carly Logan. Jane Palmer. Brandon Nicholas Rovey. Lena Russick. Josh Ulferts. Students, you may now return to your seats. And ladies and gentlemen, I now call to the podium University of Iowa President Sally Mason and the College of Education Dean Nicholas Colangelo.
President Mason, I ask the candidates for certification in the UI Reach program to please rise. President Mason, these students, as an integral part of the university experience, have successfully completed the coursework, internships, and campus living expectations of the University of Iowa Reach program. These men and women have attended the educational career and independent living goal, have attained the living goals to advance to the next stage of their lives. As Dean of the College of Education, I recommend these individuals for UI Reach certification. I recommend those individuals who have completed 60 hours of focused career study for a certificate with a career focus area.
Thank you, Dean. The University of Iowa is proud to have established the UI Reach program as a post-secondary education opportunity for men and women from Iowa and across the nation. The university takes great pride in fulfilling its mission of expanding diversity and opportunity for all students. All of you who stand before me in the Reach class of 2014 have met the requirements set by the College of Education and the UI Reach program. I recommend you, on behalf of the University of Iowa, to receive this Reach certificate and, where earned, the career focus area of concentration. In addition, for those students who have completed the third year option, I recommend you to receive a certificate of achievement. Please move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left, and my colleagues and I extend our heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you.
Please be seated. The UI Reach Convocation is now concluded. Before the recessional, I would like to thank all of you for joining us in this wonderful celebration. Most of all, thank you to the fabulous UI Reach students and the incredible UI Reach staff. Would all staff, peer mentors, resident hall assistants, and volunteers please stand to be acknowledged. Your dedication, talents, and hard work have made this day possible. Thank you. Families, friends, and students, please join us upstairs at the reception immediately following the recessional. There are 2 reception areas. The graduates and their families should proceed to the courtyard, where Miss Iowa will be available for pictures or autographs. All others, please proceed to the gallery, and you may go out to the courtyard later. UI Reach staff will be positioned along the route to direct you. As the graduates reach the top of the steps, they will be met by our National Student Speech, Language, and Hearing Association, or as we know them, our NSHLA friends, who will be presenting each student with a lei to commemorate this joyous occasion. Graduates, please rise for the recessional.